well. I'm rusty. It's been a while. Yeah, it has been forever. I checked, it's been 2 months. So, I was gonna come back a little sooner, but then there was a hiccup. So here was like my game plan when I went on hiatus. First, I was like, the first month, complete break, because I definitely needed it. My sanity was going more insane than it normally is. And then for the second month, I was gonna like just go straight up work mode, where I was gonna work on a bunch of videos and do stuff like that. I got sick. I can't believe it. I normally don't get sick, and I got like so sick where I couldn't like leave my bed or get work done, and I felt like such a failure. So like, yeah, 2 months of me gone. Sorry for leaving you guys hanging for that long. I actually feel really guilty, but hey, I managed to get some work done. I rushed it a little bit, but you know, it's fine. And like, also for the 3D thing, comment, low-key, that is on my bucket list. I would love for that to be something in a reality in the future. Sadly, not anytime soon. maybe at some point. But for this stream, as the title says, I'm gonna be working on stuff, being a weirdo, and also just sharing some ideas for like future stuff that I want to get around to. You know, to make this channel more weird, epic, random. That's my goal for today. And I also have like a little weird update thingy. So, okay, I got things that I'm working on, obviously, and I'm gonna be posting. I'm gonna try to post every week and do streams, obviously. However, there's a weird thing going on with my wrist. I don't like, so bend your hand like forward. So it's like a flat, it's normal. At the back of your wrist, there shouldn't be a weird bump there. I have that weird thing going on with my dominant hand, and I'm like, oh, that's not Gouda. And like, it doesn't hurt unless I bend it the other way intensely. So I'm trying not to overexert using my hand. That sounds so weird. But yeah, I have like a makeshift brace on to like, I don't know, help me not use it as frequently. But you know, I still have videos to edit and things to like, I don't know what's wrong with my body this month or the past, no, yeah, this month. But I'm gonna power through, because I tend to power through a lot of things anyways. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on my wrist. It doesn't feel like any pain at all and things like that, you know. So we're good, we're fine. Anyways, now with all of that shenanigans out of the way, my brain's blanking. You know, it's been a while since I streamed. I told myself I was gonna come here with like a much more calmer energy, just being like, yo, I'm here. But knowing me, every time I hit the go live button, I immediately like activate like that YouTuber voice where you're like, what's up, everybody? I'm insane. I'm insane. You know, I thought that month was gonna help me like be normal. Not normal enough. Anyways, so plans. Obviously, first let me begin with a weird plan before I start working on like the other thing I was gonna say. So ignore how bad it is. Okay, this is like, I just want visuals, because I know some people are like visual learners. So let me show off my stick figures before I actually have to draw when my hand is feeling better. So, first idea. I kind of briefly hinted at this on Twitter. X, whatever the frick it's called nowadays. So, I want to start, like, I'm big on like writing stories, being creative, doing weirdness and stuff like that, right? I want to like do a weird little series, a funny little like series that's like, it could either be YouTube shorts or it could be a video series, whatever the frick I'm feeling that day. I'm trying not to curse more often if it's not obvious. And like, one idea, this is, you're probably staring at this be like, what the heck are you looking at? So you all know the SCP Foundation kind of type vibe, right? Where it's like, oh, they're containing these weird anomalous creature entity thingies, and like they're researching them, capturing them, making sure they're not like being weird to society, right? Yeah, SCP, I love that stuff. I want to do something very inspired by that stuff. I want to make like a weird little like visual novel type video series where it's like, it incorporates like visual novel elements mostly, where it's like, obviously there's still going to be a narration where there's going to be like, so imagine this, it's going to be better artwork, and then there's just like a text bubble right here in the bottom. And then, like, there's gonna be character sprites where sometimes it'd be like, yo, I'm talking, and then I'm not talking anymore. And then it's like, okay. Or basically, that's kind of like my vague idea of, like, I'm trying to say, be like, this talk bubble being like, the research is like, hello, how are you? And then the monsters are like, I hate you. But you know what? I'm gonna share my backstory, my tragic backstory, and like I already have like an idea down. Like I'm writing like the first draft of like what I want like the first video to be, to give like, be like, oh, this is like the idea of what I want to do. So the main character, she's gonna be special because I'm so special. Sorry, she's gonna be special because of the fact that she can't die. This girl right here, she's technically like one of the anomalous weirdo creatures. But her thing is like, she's like, oh, I got my ability not because of like rage or fear or anger. Well, technically fear. I didn't got mine from rage, anger, or any negative like, I want to strangle someone's neck emotion. I got mines from like the sense of wanting to survive, and the ability somehow developed in me, and now I'm kind of like this immortal being where every time I get killed, I kind of like rewind in time, and then beam bam boom, I'm still alive, Like, yeah, like other famous characters where like I just can't die and I'm stuck working for these things. But she's volunteering here. She actually, like, unlike the other people where like there's like where they're like, like, well, obviously there's like some characters that are like, if I live forever, I might as well use this for good. That's her thing as well. She's not here just because she's like, yeah, I'm kind of forced to work here. No, she's like, yeah, I'm here because I want to be here. I want to help. Because like when in my idea for these creatures, they were once human. This person right here was once a normal Joe Schmo person, where it's like, yo, I just kind of like, I developed this weird abnormality, I'm gonna call it, and now I'm like this monster that wants to like attack everyone that comes into my path before I got captured by whatever, I don't know what the foundation's name is. I'm gonna give it a random name, probably something abnormal, something foundation. I'll get to that later. Okay, I'm still writing this, and I have to draw it at some point when my hand's better. So it turns out she has a very interesting ability too. Not only can she rewind her body before she died, but if she knows someone well, or if she has like enough information about their past to how they once used to be, she's able to like rewind the negative effects done to them. They'll still be anomalous people. They'll still have like whatever sick ability they have, but at least they'll be less violent about it, and they'll look more human again. So this is her job. Her job is like, yo, basically I'm a therapist. That's her thing. She's like, I'm a therapist. I'm here to hear you out. I'm here to like give you company because, and if you have to lash out in anger and kill me a few times, I guess I'll have to bear with it because, I'm going to come back anyways. Is it painful? Yes. Do I not like it? Of course I don't. But this is my job and I agree to it. So you, my friend, so tell me, how did that make you feel? I feel sad because my cat died in a fire. Oh my gosh. And why did it make you sad? Because that cat belonged to my great-grandmother who was always there for me growing up. And she's like, oh, tell me more. And basically, yeah, this is like the whole thing. It's gonna be mostly narration where like, obviously, she like being like, the character said this while she went to do blah blah blah. Like obviously I'll have text like speech bubbles here, as I mentioned before, where it shows who's talking, and then if the narrator's talking, which it should be very obvious. I'm gonna make it obvious so people that come in to watch my random ass animatic thingy, it's gonna be more visual novel talk. If you played visual novels, if you've seen people play visual novels, you'll know what I'm saying. It's that basically kind of vibe I'm doing. And this is the idea that my first idea that I want to share. Also, speaking of which, here's my little goal list that I literally forgot to show off. So, my goal list. That's the first one on the list that I want to show. Yes. Human weird SCPs, basically, that's my main inspiration. When I write stuff, I always take heavy inspiration from things that I like, and SCP just so happens to be the thing that consumed my soul today. Maybe at some point it will be the Backrooms. Who knows? And I'll be like titling the videos like log something. Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be random. It's gonna be fun. So, because like obviously my channel, as you all very much know, I tend to like mostly focus on horror related like stuff because I miss you all too. So again, I miss you all so much. I'm glad I'm able to yap and you're willing to listen. So anyways, as I was saying, my channel obviously relies a lot on like horror stuff, and I want to have my own horror projects out there. For as much as I love sharing other horror projects with you all, because it's so much fun to talk about it and I love sharing my theories, I also want to make my own weirdness. So this is idea one. Second idea, obviously, now get this off the screen. The personality traits video. I'm not gonna, like the ones with my weird characters, gloom, feisty, jolly, and then me, of course. Why did you shrink? Anyways, I'm gonna continue doing those videos. I'm not gonna stop because that helps a lot with me practicing voice acting. And honestly, like it's specifically helping me voice act, like being like people talking to each other. That's like the main thing I want to like focus on. Being like, I want to get better at being weird. Be like, hello, how are you doing today, motherfuckers? Be like, I'm doing fine. Doing Feisty's voice is so hard because she sounds so emo sometimes. But yeah, I got I got an idea for like, I have this whole script for the next personality traits game show series ready. And you wanna spoiler for what it is now? Do you want to just wait for that day to come? I don't know, like, because like sometimes I feel like some people like to be like surprised, but then like sometimes I'm like, yeah, but if you tell them now, then they're gonna get more excited for when it comes out. You know, I'll say it anyways. So, you want to wait. Okay, you know what? I'll give a hint instead. So, you know, that will make more sense. So, a hint, my hint, it won't technically give it away. Aliens. But not what you expect. Okay, that's the best I'm gonna, once it comes out, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I get it. I thought it was gonna be something else." I'm like, "Yeah, you're wrong though." But yeah, that's like a hint where it won't give it away too much unless, you know, I don't, yeah, I'm not gonna give too much hints, but yeah. And I got started with drawing, but again, as I mentioned earlier, I have like a weird thing going on with my wrist for some reason where it's like acting a little funky wonky. I'm monitoring it. I'm keeping an eye on it to make sure that it's not weird. The downside is I have like a job. I have a real life job. I'm employed. I'm an unemployed person. Okay, trust. I have a job where it requires me to use my hands. So, you know, like that's a downside. I'm resting it as much as I can, but you know, editing videos and then working on like these little art projects. I'm like, I gotta really like space out, like, you know, I need like an ice pack and stuff like that or something. Like I need to like prepare. Luckily, it's not like a pain. Like I'm moving it right now. Obviously, like see me like my dominant hand doing this weirdness. I can still move it. It doesn't hurt as much unless I'm bending it the wrong way. But it's fine. You know, we're good. So, like I feel like I should go to a doctor. Like let me tell you what I think it is, but I don't know unless I go with a doctor to figure that out. So, wait. You could look it up. Let me see the right term for it. Okay, it's called a ganglion cyst. It sounds gross. It's basically like it's not harmful. Like in most cases, it doesn't hurt as much. But thank you. I feel so cute in this model too. sorry. Okay, thank you so much. But yeah, like it's again, how do you pronounce that? Ganglion cyst? It's a weird bump on the back of my wrist. It's fine. It doesn't hurt unless, again, I bend it the weird way. It's fine. I can still use it. I'm like waving it around and fine. I have just like a brace now. I'm using like a brace to keep it so I don't actively use it weirdly. But it'll be fine. I'm gonna give it like a month to see if it'll get better. And if it doesn't, then I'll probably have to bite the bullet and check with a doctor. But I think I'm good. Usually my body is weird and heals fast after a while anyways. Like I got sick for a while, but then I got better like weirdly. Speaking of being sick, I will not lie. So some of my recent videos that are going to be uploaded, I recorded them just at the tail end of me being sick because I was so fed up of not working from being sick that I was like, you know, I'm gonna record anyways. I'm sure my voice doesn't sound that sick. And luckily, while editing the videos, I don't sound immensely sick, but there's like a word or two where you could really hear like a clogged nose, which in general, my nose tends to be on the clogged side. But like, especially like in the Utao like recent video, there's like a line where I said, it'd be like, you can't be with anyone else but me. Like the way I said me, you could really sense that my nose was clogged at that moment. But for the most part, it's not the most noticeable thing. I was a little sick, but it's fine. I'm good now. I feel top shape, kind of. I don't know. Human bodies are weird, but we're good. Anyways, yeah, that's my personality traits. So yeah, I have an idea going on. I don't think I have any images to show for like a little teaser going, ha ha ha, let me show you. Hold on, wait. Yeah, not really. I just got started, but then my, you know, complications. But I'll get around to that later, and I'll show you the little sneak peeks once. Maybe I'll do like a post on it, so because like it's gonna take me a while to get it all done. I'm doing like this little thing. I'm sure most of you guys noticed, like for like the personality traits video, I'm cheating by using some old frames from the past and just recycling them because if I were to redraw every single thing, it will probably just look very similar to like the last video anyway. So I'm like, I might as well just reuse them and only draw new things if it makes the scene look more interesting. Speaking of which, let me show you something stupid technically that I can show off, this one little stupid thing where you could see how my process is when it comes to like getting one of those videos ready. This is what I do. I have an image of the character and then a terrible stick figure of the pose that I want them to be in, and then I draw that, and I use this as like a reference point, so I always have like an example of what the frick my characters look like, because like my memory is ass cheeks on ice. But yeah, she's gonna be doing this pose, and you might be looking at this being like, what the frick is this pose? It's like hand on chest, looking up, going, yo, I'm introducing myself. I am feisty. Tap, tap, tap. Ouch. I accidentally hurt myself. But yeah, that's basically, this is the vibe for one of the frames. So when the video comes out, you'll be like, oh, wow, I can't believe this turned into that. It's so weird. Which is true. Which is very much true. So yeah, that is idea for, that's my shtick, saying, yo, I'm still continuing with the personality traits stuff because I really like doing those videos. They're stupid funny. Next on the list, I want to do YouTube shorts. Weirdly enough, I want to do more of those things. Like, as you notice, I posted like one about like freaking rice water, and then one about like a funny little, so you know, like that one like story, bro, I looked back on it and I'm like, man, there were so many unnecessary like moments where I'm like, huh? I'm like, I could have cut back on because like that, the whole point of that one video, the one with the weird white guy with no eyes that doesn't show, and like a girl who's like, yo, I'm just working at a gas station convenience store. She's like, and I somehow befriended this dude. Yeah, that video. Yeah, I'm like, why? I could have done that so better, because like my intentions were no dialogue, just no voices at all, but I still added the voices in because I'm like, frickin', why not? I'm gonna do it better next time when I do another thing similar to that. Speaking of which, actually, so on the topic of YouTube videos, shorts, stuff like that, there was an idea that I have, and I have to hold myself accountable because I posted it on Twitter and I haven't worked on it. And one reason why I'm hosting this stream is so I can hold myself better accountable for like the ideas that I'm saying, and I have to like go through with it, because if I don't go through with it, then I'm gonna be like, bruh, like I'm gonna be big stupid. So one idea that I have, obviously there's gonna be a lot of videos too, which is why like the video that the idea that I mentioned earlier with like the visual novel stuff, I feel like that one might actually be videos rather than YouTube shorts. But for my YouTube shorts idea, I want to like do obviously stuff where I'm like, yo, hey, this is me, Reap, and I'm gonna share a weird moment from my childhood. I can't think of anything at the top of my head. I'm gonna be honest, my childhood was it's pretty normal, actually, you know, which is strange because of how I turned out. Anyways, holding myself accountable. So some YouTube shorts that I also want to do, besides, you know, me sharing information about myself, you know, just so you guys know a little bit more about my weirdness, is also like more horror related stuff. Because again, I like horror, or not even horror stuff, like specifically. So you know, back in the like past when there was like so many YouTube videos where they're like, yo, staying up until 3 a.m. to call this evil demon, and they actually picked up, whoa, you know, those types of videos where it's like ritual videos, right? I want to make like an animated series of like shorts where it shows like characters doing these stupid rituals that they shouldn't be doing, like okay, so with streaming, I'm still gonna stream. Every time I post a video, I will stream after that. So I'm either gonna be playing a game, maybe chatting, maybe drawing, maybe writing. It could be anything, whatever I'm in the mood to. I will still be doing streams, and every Monday I'm going to back into the habit of doing like every freaking like Apex Mondays thingies, because again, I still gotta get better at that game. But videos are gonna continue. Fortnite Friday, honest. Okay, until I master the Apex, then we'll do Fortnite Fridays for like the fun little lulz. But not now, because I have to like, I'm really this type of person where I tend to like motherload. Is that the right word? Where I tend to like give myself too much to do, and I'm trying to like, which is why my goals list is not like that long. I have to like say, yo, I'm only prioritizing 4 things. Technically, streaming should be in this list. It is just invisible, but regardless, I'm like, I'm doing things very overload, probably that's the right word, where I'm like, I'm trying not to like overexert myself too much, because I tend to like get so excited. I get too excited with things where I'm like, man, I love doing all these things, and then I burn out. I'm trying to avoid burnout as much as possible, which is why I needed that break in the first place. And now, you know what? Now that I'm streaming and doing this, I'm like, man, I'm excited that I'm back. Wow, I can't believe I've been gone for that long. Anyways, back on topic. You guys are distracting me. Thank you, and what the heck? Okay. I love talking to you guys. So, I'm also I realize I'm the type of person, me and my sister say this all the time, we jump from topic to topic way too much that it can be hard to keep up with for some outsiders, but luckily, I always know how to swerve back. So, holding myself accountable. An idea that I have, so, you know, like those stupid videos where it's like, yo, be like... rituals at 3 a.m. Can we summon the candle man, the night man? The no man, something man. Where I'm like, I want to make videos like that where it's based on like rituals that were like in like old YouTube videos, be like, oh, the doll ritual where we put a doll in a bathtub and then we have to like hide from the doll and stuff like that. I want to do like videos like that. And I wrote one script with, you could see this character right here. I don't know, I don't have a name for her. We'll just call her Blondie. Where her ritual video is involving a scarecrow ritual where basically the ritual is like, yo, I don't know what the ritual, I can't remember, I have to look back on that script, but basically it's like, don't look at your backyard, because that's where the scarecrow person, the headless scarecrow, is at. And if you look in the backyard, everything that you're doing in the ritual to get your whatever goal, I have to look back on my script for that, be like, okay, let's say her goal is like, yo, I want my goal is to be rich or something, and I have to complete this ritual in order to be rich. But if I look outside into my backyard and make eye contact, how can you make eye contact with the headless scarecrow? Who knows? But if I accidentally look at the scarecrow will hop off its perch, enter the house, and try to kill me. So I have to rush to my bedroom where I started the ritual and be in like this salt circle or whatever thingy and basically just hope that she's fine. Basically, stuff like that. Honestly, I also want to make some videos on like some old creepypasta stuff because I love those videos. I recently watched one about like Jeff the Killer. I'm like, man, Jeff the Killer has such a strange history because like now I know I just recently learned that they've rewritten the story and I'm like, what? Crazy. But yeah, basically my idea is just basically like be like, yo, start doing weird YouTube shorts where I can like draw and like be like, yo, let me just like rituals where most of these stories are probably gonna end with a bad ending. I know for a fact hers is gonna end with a bad ending. So this is me this is me showing, yo, if I don't work on this and don't post it by the time you know, whatever, I don't know, so if I just don't post it, then I'm a disgrace to my family. But yeah, basically I'm like, yo, do this. You already got some like art done, and the reason why you see this be like, why is it just her heads looking in awkward directions? This is so I can just recycle. I'm recycling. This is the best way for me to like get art very quickly done, is just by recycling things, and then I just change like the face, be like, yo, be like, I want her to like smile in this one frame. Boom, she's smiling. So yeah, I have to like do this stuff. Connected universes, honestly maybe fair. I could do that. If be like, you know, with my with my future idea of like being like, yo, humanoids turning to monsters, I could technically use the ritual series to also make a connection, and maybe those creatures could appear. But it very much has to depend on like what the ritual is and who the creature is. Because like, if it's a creature from like folklore where it's something that exists, I'm like, that can't work because it has to be a human turning into an abnormal monster. Whew. So gosh, I overcomplicate everything I touch. I should relax. Sheesh. So that's what idea was that? Idea 3. Now the final idea, I hope. I don't know, maybe something might pop up in my brain where I forgot to add to the list. Minecraft roleplay. This one is more of like a joke series. Kind of. Like in the title, you'll probably see like in the little documents where it says like ARG and Minecraft horror. It's like this is like a little funny little project that is just be like a one-off project. I'm not gonna do like consistent Minecraft roleplays. I just want to do like a one little short series. Like, you know, like be like, oh, the something in yellow, the man in yellow. You know, like that one Minecraft like thing. You'll be like, there was 2 kids in the house. You know those ones? If you're on TikTok, you probably heard those ones. I'm like, well, yo, Minecraft horror is back, baby. And I'm like, I want to do something similar, but like obviously I'm not gonna like, because my channel's already about me like analyzing other projects and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it would be too predictable for me to do something similar to that. Where I just be like, you know what? I'm gonna do something instead. Where it's like, instead of, it's gonna be mostly story, rather than just like a person playing Minecraft and they're like, man, strange things are happening all around me. Instead, I have an actual story written. Well, I don't have the story written down yet. I will admit. Here, let me quickly just beep, 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 beep. Okay, wait. Wait, work. Cooperate. Okay, haha. Open up Minecraft. What's up? Look at me. Okay, so I got started with building. Man, it's set. How does it? Time, set, day. Gosh, let me see my surroundings, please. So, this setting will be very important once the story gets out. Also, as you can tell, I'm not much of a builder. I don't know how what a roof looks like. I don't know what a roof. Actually, I realized that it's quiet as frick. It's because I didn't put the volume up. Dummy. Okay, there we go. Ha ha ha. Okay, there. Perfect. Die. So, as you can tell, I'm not a builder. I don't know what the frick rooftop looks like, even with references. But that's not what's important. Everything in here is what's going to be important. Now, it's still a work in progress. The outside is not... I didn't work on the outside, which is why it looks a little funky. I mean, that's a little bit of something I worked on. The inside, though, the inside is what's important. Okay. So let me walk you through what I have. It looks like a jail. It does look like a jail. It is kind of a jail, but it's also like a weird laboratory, and it's also like a weird hospital. It's like a jail hospital laboratory. You'll know as we explore inside, because I have some things already built. So, don't fall. Okay, so this is the first area. The first area is going to be surprisingly clean. I have to decorate it, obviously. The first area is clean. This area is very much like hospital, weird laboratory setting kind of vibe, where you're like, what is this? Like, the main character is going to wake up. Where the frick is the main character going to wake up? Hold on, I have her room. Haha, okay. So this is, it's going to be, obviously, I have to like dirty it up a little bit, but it's still gonna be relatively clean. So she's gonna wake up here. Also, I know I could technically download mobs like to like have furniture and stuff like that, but I'm like, no, I want to do this the classic style where I just use everything that Minecraft provides me and just work with that. The only mob that I downloaded was the one where you can like record. So if I want to like do something where like it's like it looks like a security camera or something, I'll have that ready. So the main character, she's gonna like wake up, she's like, where the frick am I got no memories, where I is, get these like tubes off me. She has like needles in her wrist or whatever. She's like, get off me, what the frick. And then she's gonna be like, what is this place, what is going on here, hello? And then she's gonna explore and basically get these spiders away from me, I hate you. So she's gonna basically, how many floors are there? Oh, shoot, I forgot. Hold on, wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 floors. Okay. There's gonna be 6 to 7 video episodes, whatever. This is supposed to be an elevator, by the way, but like I never enter the elevator, which is why this is not important. So she's like, oh, I can't go through the elevator. So each episode is gonna revolve around the floor she's in. So this floor, she's gonna be learning a lot of lore, basically, where she discovers like these journals from like this mysterious doctor character, where the doctor's like, yo, I finally have one successful test subject. Gosh. Yeah, it only goes down. Well, the elevator's stuck, sadly. Man, elevators are scary, let me tell you, bro. I have to like take an elevator every day because my dogs, you know, I have 4 dogs and I have to take them outside and like, damn. Anyways, but luckily it's not like a high thing. It's just like 3 floors. I'm just like, you know, these dogs are crazy. Anyways, back to what I was saying. She's like learning these stuff, and she doesn't realize that she's the test subject that's being mentioned in these journals that she finds laying around. And so wait, this is gonna be important. Let me show. Go to the stairs. Yoink. Okay. So a way for me to make it, I'm using like game logic, where like in a video game, like there's certain areas where you can't go down, and then most areas where you have to like unlock puzzles. Basically, there's gonna be puzzles that she has to solve. So this door right here, there's gonna be a door here that's locked, and the only way for her to unlock it is by finding oh, the puppy, she's doing well. The other 2, we found them a home. They're doing well, they're lovely. And we kept the girl because, you know, she's fine, she's chill. No one wanted her. But we wanted her. Now her name is Luna. She's like the moon. So yeah, basically puzzles. Back to what I was saying. Where was I going with this? So there's gonna be locks where she has to find the key card in order to like access it. And here's the thing. There's 2 stairwells. And this is gonna be something that's gonna annoy her a lot, where she's like, wait, what the frick? Why are these stairs broken? And she basically has to zigzag from like this like that stair to this stairs, because these stairs are obviously fixed, but then the stairs after that are broken, and then the stairs after that are fixed and then broken. And like, I know some of you will probably look at this being like, bro, it's Minecraft. She could just take a little bit of that damage. She could just go blop. Nah, I'm just gonna make it so she's like, nah, I don't want to hurt my little feetsies. So yeah, you guys can complain all you want about that. No, I'm here to tell a story, not to her to cheat her way down. Going blop. I'm dead. Oh, I'm joking. Okay. So back, okay, to the beginning, or not to the beginning, to the middle? Yeah, okay. So once she solves the puzzles here, she's gonna go to the second area. And this second area, blah, 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 right here. In this area, oh, I remember this area now. This area is kind of like prison, like jail research 1, kind of. Why is there so many noises? Okay, you know what? I'll get around to that later. Okay, where the frick is it? Oh, right here. So, right here. There's a lot of jail cells where she's gonna look at them, and then she's gonna like, this art is gonna involve, this series is gonna incorporate some also visual novel elements, because knowing me, I love visual novels. So every time she encounters another mob, be like a creeper, a skeleton, a zombie, or whatever, I'm gonna have like an artwork where as soon as she approaches it, she's like, what happened to this poor thing? And all these creatures are gonna be infected with something, basically, where like they're all failed experiments that turn into this weird abomination, basically. And the main, so you know Resident Evil, that one big fella that follows the main character sometimes, and it's like you can't kill them, and they're like scary, spooky, and they're big, and they're so intimidating. The warden is gonna be that, basically. What is the name of that creature? Like, I don't know, but like the warden is basically gonna follow the main character in each episode at some point, trying to find her, to capture her, and or maybe kill her, depending on the circumstance. And that's basically her. She's like, I gotta hide. I gotta figure out what's happening. I gotta figure out, I have my memories, where are my memories? And like, she's like learning stuff, and then she's like encountering these mobs, going, man, this stuff is insane. I also have like these little thingies, so I'd be like, most cells are broken, obviously. Yeah, it'd be like gas. I have to like add a gas tier later. Look at these sad little fellows. Yeah, Nemesis X, whatever. Yes. I really have to get into those games again. Where the frick are my other signs? Oh, right here. There's gonna be I think I was supposed to type spiders, but then I rushed it, so ignore my poorly written words. Spiders, magma slimes, blah 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 blah. This is Enderman stuff, and then I'm gonna make this. I have to like change up the room a bit, so it's like blah 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 blah, like some like stuff that basically reminds you of the end. Basically, I have to like decorate stuff fully. Where I feel like there's also another one where it's like I can't read it. I think that says Endermites. Can't remember. Oh, I could break these stuff. Okay. Oh, pig zombies. Yeah, stop laughing. Okay, I'll get to the bottom floor. So yeah, basically she's going down here, and she realized that once she's down here, from one area where it's like, obviously it's a little run down, a little dusty, but like it looks like a hospital. She's like, maybe I'm overreacting, but then she gets down here and she's like, oh, this place is not good. What is happening here? And this is probably where she'll most likely have to like have like a close run-in with the warden. Like she'll see the warden up here at some point, but she'll like, it'll be like just like walking down the hallway mysteriously, and she's like, that's strange, and continues on with her day. But then here she's like, basically she's like screwed a little bit. So yeah, this is for this room where she's like, yeah, this is definitely where stuff is going a little insane, and obviously there's gonna be more information that she's gonna learn. Oh wait, if I remember correctly, blah. Okay, where? Okay, it's the dragon lab. This one's gonna be a little funky, where she comes in here being like, dragon? How are you experimenting on the dragon? I don't know what dragon is. I'm just a normal human. And then here it's like more information about the warden, where she's like, yo, crazy. So she's like, yeah, this is where she'll probably most likely learn that the warden is something that she can't mess with. She's like, ugh. She didn't do. Here's the thing. She's innocent. But the plot twist, it's not really much of a plot twist. It's kind of like, I'm gonna say it here, which I know some people would be like, man, why you gotta spoil it a little bit? Well, it's, no, I'll hold it off because the plot twist is pretty good. Well, it's not much of a plot twist, but it's, you'll be like, it's like a plot twist where you'll see it coming, because as she reads these documents, you'll be like, oh, I think I know what's happening. And knowing who the main antagonist is, which based on the surroundings, you'll get it. It's not much of a twist. It's just a little interesting thing. But yeah, she's like, yo, this area is obviously crazy bananas. Here, humanoids. So I have everything labeled a little bit where it's like, I kind of deleted some of the signs. But yeah, this is her room. Here are mobs. Like, these are this is the area for hostile mobs. This is the area for things that are more humanoid. And this is where things get a little more weirdly interesting. So she's like, oh, this place is blocked off. I have to make this look a little better. It's just like my temporary, like, little funky weirdness. She's like, hey, at least this wall is broken down. That's great. Who broke it? Who knows? The elevators still don't work. That sucks. Why are all the windows covered? Because. And then basically blah, 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 blah. This is where the interesting stuff happens. What? So she goes in here and she's like, what the frick, witches? But these witches, they're not gonna be normal. They're gonna shut up. They're gonna they're gonna be mutated witches, basically. Obviously, like, I'm not using any mobs or like changing them to make them look like that stuff, but when I show like the visual novel elements where like it shows like the artwork of them appearing, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, those things look a little ugly. But then you go over here and you're like, oh, this place looks lovely, what the heck? And then you go over here and you're like, oh, that's not great. These villagers are zombies. But then you'll go over here and you'll realize, wait a minute, where the frick are they? Hold up. Let me just... Where are you? Why are you hiding? I hear you. Okay, they're supposed to be human villagers. Oh, there they are. You'll go over here and you'll be like, oh, this is so tragic. Human villagers that are the only ones that are alive, that are slowly corrupting, and they're forced to see their brethren, their siblings, their family, their friends stuck here, and they're like, be like, man, and like, you know what's more messed up? They're like, this is the most we get to see of the outside world. A dumb little painting. This place sucks, but we're stuck here, and we're, you know, forced to be these, like, things, and we're stuck observing our sad friends. And that's the tragic thing. And so, like, the main character, she's gonna enter this area, and she's gonna, like, talk to the villagers and be like, yo, is there any way I can help you? And she's like, well, if you can unlock the door, that would be swell, but I don't think there's much helping us. And she'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna find a way to break you guys out. But like first, honestly, all these floors are pretty dangerous. So I'll break you out at the end once I make sure everything is once we have like a game plan for me to like help you all out. I'm gonna help you escape, and then maybe I can help you turn them good. I can make them good. All we just need is like a splash potion and a golden apple, right? I'll make it so she has like a little weird scavenger hunt in this area because she's like, yo, I wanna help these people. I'm gonna tell you this. There's like obviously more humanoid stuff, but this is the pillagers. Let me tell you. Shut up. How do I make it so they're quiet? Okay, where I know there was a okay. So with the are you quiet now? Thank you so much. Okay, so she's gonna bro, let me tell you, making them drop or break their crossbows was the most excruciating process in the world. I had the number of villagers that had to die just for them to break their and like the reason why I had to make it so they drop their crossbows is because it makes sense. Because like why would they be like in jail and still be allowed to have their weapons? That wouldn't make sense at all. So I had to make sure that they drop their weapons. And another reason why too is because once I get out of creative mode to do this stuff, because I'm not gonna be in creative to like be like, you'd be like, yo, I'm the character, what's good? She'll be like, yo, this is strange, and I don't want her to get shot in the face. That would break the immersion. So yeah, there's them, and then there's these freaks over here that are invisible. It's basically the wandering people, the ones that have like the little llamas. Once they're not invisible, you know, it's just that stuff. But yeah, and then she's gonna find more stuff where she's like, yo, experiments, explaining stuff, blah, 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 blah. And she's gonna be like, man, this place is insane. And then like over here, she's gonna realize something. She's gonna be like, yo, that's a strange looking thing. So she's gonna, hold up. So she has to like somehow avoid getting accidentally gooped on or whatever by these like witches, because there's like this thing right here. She's like, why is that oddly colored? And it turns out that's a shulker box that has stuff inside that are potions, and she's gonna be like, oh, I could potentially help those people in that cage. This is my rough idea for this area. So yeah, this is stuff, and then obviously, and like the reason why there's like these little areas that are blocked off is to make it so she has to explore, where she can't just like be like, oh, I made it all the way over here, so I'm gonna go to the exit. She's like, no, you actually have to look around. She's like, damn it, frick you environment, like a video game, you know, where you're forced to like go through stuff. But yeah, this is the humanoid area, and then following after that is the ocean. So like anything like water, aquatic. And this area, I find this area very interesting. It was very fun to make, and the reason why is because of this. Ta-da! It's basically a parkour level where she has to like, she's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta like, be like, I have to explore while also avoid touching the water. And the reason why she has to avoid touching the water is because they're not here at the moment, just like a little bit of fishes. Hi, fishes. It's because there's gonna be glow squids, and the glow squids, they're gonna be a problem. And the reason why they're a problem is because they're gonna, like, they could either like latch onto her and kill her, like a video game where you have to like, you know, be careful about stuff, and that's obviously a thing that she has to be worried about. She's like, I can't let them grab me. And then this is gonna be an interesting area because you come in here, oh, it's dead. Basically a guardian is meant to be in here, where she's gonna like learn some information. She'll be like, man, what the frick is happening here? Basically, she's like, yeah, this place is not normal. There's experiments being done. I'm like the only human player, you know, here. What the fricky? And yeah, this is like this area is gonna be both fun. Oh yeah, and there's gonna be pufferfish trying to like poison her. You're so cute. But yeah, this area is gonna be very fun for like the fact that she has to like, she's forced to like exercise. She's like, man, I have to like explore, figure out what the frick is happening, and question my humanity. Luckily, there's so many barrels that she doesn't have to worry about these squids accidentally, you know, knocking her block off, but like still. But yeah, this is the water level. And then following after the water level is the cafeteria, which you'll be like, what? Oh, a cafeteria? Yeah, it's, as you can tell, this one is not kind of finished, not really. But, you know, I'm working on it. You know, this is obviously very cafeteria-like. You know, be like, yo, you could sit down, have some lunch, have some brekkie. Be like, and then this is where she'll find food, because, like, she hasn't had food in a while, so she's hungry. So she's like, man, I gotta eat. Munch, munch, munch. And then when she finished eating, she's like, man, this place is so strange. And then she's gonna come over here. This is gonna be locked. She has to figure out a way to unlock it, because, you know, she's like, she likes to snoop around. So once she finally gets here, she's gonna be like, I wonder what they're making. They'll be like, oh, you know, cows. Some corrupted cows. That's interesting. That is just shrooms. Mutated. So this is basically, you know, like those hoglings? Hoglet. The big ones in the nether. She'd be like, oh, that's great. And then she'd be like, oh. And then she's gonna see more like villagers, but they're the zombie villagers, and then she's gonna throw up. She'd be like, don't tell me, did I she like, did I eat that? Basically, you know, she's not gonna be having a good time. She's gonna be like, yeah, this place sucks. I need to get out of here immediately. Like, what do you mean they're producing weirdness? So yeah, that's her. She's like basically be like, man, this place, it's crazy. It's crazy, let me tell you, it's crazy. And yeah, stuff, she's gonna learn some information, more food related stuff. Why is this here? I'm assuming it's an Enderman. But yeah, this is cafeteria, animals and undead. And then next up, this one is a little more interesting, because rather than things that are alive, it's things that you can create that can become alive. And what I mean by that is blah 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 blah. You go in here, you enter here, and you're like, oh, it's not the updated version, so I you know, it's not the copper golems. But then you'll go over here and you'll be like, get off me. Okay, I'll be like, oh, this poor golem, it's corrupted, it's evil. And then be like, oh, a snow person. Why is it a snow person? Who knows? And then you'll go over here and you'll be like, oh, that's concerning. Were they gonna corrupt a wither? Interesting. Gonna walk away. I'm learning more information, being, you know, startled about the surroundings, looking at here, be like, oh, these poor things are being abused. But at least they have each other. Oh, relax, yo, gotta give them privacy. Be like, yeah, this place, who would do such a thing to these poor creatures that just want to protect the good of people? And then be like, oh, freezer, and this will be important for later, and the reason why is because she'll find a way to kill the warden. Okay. So yeah, she's like, yo, this place, why is it overrun by weird dying trees? And I'm learning more information. And then she's going to go over here, and then she's like, oh, this place, oh, this looks like something for a normal person. Interesting. This looks like something from, maybe the aquatic stuff, but then it dried out. Pretty sad. Over here, you're like, oh, this is just like some trees. What's so important about that? And then be like, oh, I think I knew where the warden broke out of. Yikes. Nether. And then some more nether. And then yeah, she's like, yeah, this place, I gotta figure out how to kill the, and then blah 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 blah. She's like, I gotta figure out how to kill that warden. And this this area right here will come in handy, because this is where she'll kill the warden with snow. And I checked, it is possible. It is possible to kill a warden with snow. It just takes forever because of how much damage it's gonna take. But she's gonna basically figure out a way to like get the warden stuck in a pile of ice. And she'd be like, yay, I'm free. Now I don't have to worry about them. And then when I want to get the villagers to safety, I'll do it. She's a good person. And then she's like, oh, I can't jump down. Like, even if she want, like here, it makes more sense why she didn't want to jump down. Like, it makes more sense why she doesn't want to jump down here. Every other floor, you're like, she could have technically jumped down. But here she's like, oh, I especially can't because I don't want to touch this. What is this? So yeah, but here's very much where you're like, oh yeah, we're back to like the theme of looking more hospital-like. But then there's like so much plant stuff. You're like, why is there so much plants? And then this area where she's like, I gotta figure out how to unlock it, go over here, unlock this, get some information, maybe some tools, blah 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 blah, and then blah blah blah, go to the beginning. Okay, then she's like exploring all of these stuff. You know, this room doesn't look that bad. This room looks a little dirty and a little bloody, but not that bad. Ew. And then this room especially is very weird, because then you go over here and you're like, what are they doing to people? But yeah, you're like, yeah, just get me off. Be like, yeah. Oh, and these things, obviously, hold up, to tie in. So noise, be like, oh yeah, there's obviously information about the warden is being explored. Why are they exploring the warden and the weird stuff? What is going on? What is the warden being used for? Why is this warden so spooky, crazy, intimidating? And what's up with where's the room that I'm looking for? Where is it? Oh, not this one. Where is it? I think it was this one. Be like, okay. Be like, what is this place? That's their eyes should be glowing, but it's not at this moment. Be like, okay. You'd be like, okay, this place is so strange, but I want to go to the exit. But then as soon as she goes to the exit, she's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's a metal big door. How do I open it? Let me out. And she's like basically a little salty, a little angry. She's like, what the frick is happening here? Who took over this place and made it bonkers banana crazy? And then she's gonna turn around, see right here on this window the scientist, the bad guy, and she's gonna be like, wait a minute, runs over, be like, yo, I need answers. What the fricky? And then they're gone. And then she's like, what? Huh? That's crazy. Oh, more documents. I guess I'll read. Lore and the villain of the story. Can you guess? Ba-ba-da-ba. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let me just. Can't hold up. Hold up. Based on well. Based on her settings, can you guess? Can you guess what the antagonist will be? You don't have to guess. It's gonna be a creek. Okay. That's it. And then with the creek, the reason why I chose that as the main villain is because the creek has an interesting it's you. No, the creek has an interesting thing that cuz like the game, hold on, where is it? I don't think they have one of these things. Let me check. Oh, they do. Perfect. Okay. So with the creek, these things. Oh wait, I have to set it to night. Time, set, night. Okay. Shut up. Okay. So the interesting thing is about these frickers, right? You know, like the only way you can't I can't kill them. Okay. You can't kill a normal one. Hold on, I have to find one in the wild. Where are you? Hello, friends. I need an example for those who don't know. Where are you? I have to also like look at the walls. I mean, look at the trees. Where the frick is one? Where is ye? What the heck? Life hates me today. Basically, you know, like the ones where like they there's like you have to like find their heart. Wait. Okay. So you know them. You can't kill them, right? The only way you can kill them is by finding these things, right? And this is their heart. As soon as you destroy it and kill it, they're goners. And the motivations that I gave the villain, who's gonna be known as the doctor, who is a creek, is that they are trying to find a vessel that they can put their heart in and live and transfer their subconsciousness to that creature and be like, yo, I'm gonna live. And like that's why there's so many experiments. Where am I? Okay, why there's so many experiments being done on so many creatures. Being like, maybe the dragon, it could be a possibility. Be like, I want to be like this all-powerful being, but I have to work up to that. So I have to figure out how to do that. So that's the whole point of this whole facility, is to figure out how to get their heart into a living creature. And once they figure out that it's possible, then they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's possible. I'm gonna become unstoppable. Okay, basically. Be like, you can't kill me because my heart is within my chest, and you can't, and my body's indestructible. Well, technically technically speaking, them like this, they're indestructible, if, you know, but like, if, who cares, semantics. So yeah, that's the whole thing, being like, yeah, she's like, oh, great. That's crazy. How do I get out of here? So she has to figure out other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And the ending, I'm not gonna say it. I can't say the ending, because then that's gonna spoil the fun. So, yeah, this is my whole, basically, yeah, it's gonna be 6 to 7 episodes, depending on how I write the story. Some of the layouts are probably gonna look different by the time the videos come out. And, like, maybe, who knows, maybe I might bite the bullet and actually download mobs to make things look a little more interesting, but I want to do the classic thing where I just only use what Minecraft provides you, because I find that a fun challenge. But yeah, she's like, man, this place sucks. I gotta get out of here, and then she's gonna figure out a way to get out of here. I'd be like, man, this place is weird. My goal now is to rescue those villagers. Like, and that's like she's a very interesting character in the fact that she's like, man, I have no memories. I don't know who I am, who I is. All I know is that I want to get out of here, but now, after finding those villagers, I have a new goal. I'm a protector. I want to help people. So that, yeah, that's her story. She's like, yo, I'll be good. And, like, obviously, I have to, like, make a different model, a different skin. That's the word. Because, like, it's not gonna be me. I'm not the main character. It's not me. It's gonna be, I have to, like, make a different avatar. I'll figure out what they're gonna look like later. I think, low-key, I want to make her look similar to the Creek, but then I'm like, nah. Because like I feel like the Creek would be very specific with who they're like targeting. Be like, man, if I'm gonna use this person as my vessel, I want at least a vessel that I feel kind of at home. So be like, I'm gonna dye her hair white or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Be like, oi. And that's it. Also, I don't know. Here's like, I have like this other thing where I'm like, there's not gonna be any dialogue. When she actually here's gonna be a weird thing. You'd be like, why? Be like, what do you mean? Well, there's gonna be dialogue from the main character, but not from the villagers. Where are you? She'll understand what they're saying, but their dialogue is straight up only gonna be them going her, and she's gonna just understand them. She's like, I don't know how I understand you. Maybe it's because I'm like I'm like a player character, so I just automatically know. Shut up. I just know what you're saying. Be like, man, you've been here for a while. Just basically repeating what they're saying so the audience know what they're saying. And that's the whole stick, basically. So yeah, these are these are all my ideas. My goal list. Where are you? Right here. So yeah, narration. That's visual novel stuff or abnormalities, SCP, inspiration, stories. Following that, personality traits videos. I'm gonna continue doing that because I love doing that. And then YouTube shorts, whatever the frick I feel in the mood to. I'm not gonna be the most like passionate about doing the YouTube shorts, but I'm gonna do them because like you know, I wanted to get in because like YouTube shorts, like that's an option YouTube allows you to do, and you can touch more people's hearts. Nah, that's not the word. You can reach out. What is the word? People can find more on my channel, be like, oh, this person's kind of weird. I might as well check out their channel. Oh, they like doing analysis videos and weird Minecraft stuff and other blah, 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 blah projects. They're pretty cool. Maybe I'll stick around. And I'm like, thank you so much. I sounded constipated when I said that. And then Minecraft, this whole project, gosh, this took me forever. And I'm not even finished. I still have to decorate so much. But yeah, once I get everything down, she's gonna be like, man, this place is crazy. And I haven't even write the story down. I only have like vague ideas of what I want to do and how I want the ending to be. So yeah, this is everything that I have planned for the future. And obviously I'm still gonna do more analysis videos. I still have like the 6 videos coming up. Speaking of which, you know, teaser, let me show you a brief audio clip, I guess. Why not? I haven't edited the video yet. You know, I kind of like doing this where I just open up a random audio from like what my upcoming videos and just like go at a random point and just to see what the frick it says because I want to know how weird it is. Let me see. You. Shut up. Don't talk. Okay. Not this one. Which one? Hold up. I want to know I want to know if I land on a weird dialogue or if it's just like a normal me just explaining things. If it is a normal me explaining things, then man, disappointment in my sanity. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Random dialogue. Also, for some reason, the pig's eyes were replaced with the officer's granddaughter's eyes. See what I mean? See what I mean? When it comes to, like, making random videos, you could just go at a random time point and be like, pardon? I don't even know what the— okay, okay, I do know what I'm talking about there. Once the video's out, you could be like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, my voice is dying. Don't forget to take a sip of water, people. Scrum delicious. Dying? Once the video's out, it will make sense. I promise you. You just gotta wait. I don't know when I'll post it because I got— you know, I'm gonna do that again. But this one will probably not have anything weird. Let me see. It will definitely not have any weird dialogue. I'm sure it won't. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Where are you? Which one? What? Eh? Oh, there you are. Shut up.
Personally,
shut up. Okay.
Sure, but screaming coming from Jupiter is the closest thing we can connect to an emotion.
You guys are probably listening to this being like, what are you talking about? Jupiter screaming? The planet? It'll make sense in due time. In due time, I promise you, my dear friends. My dear friends. So yeah. That's everything. That's all my updates. Yeah, for the most part, that I want to say. But now, I might as well show you my process. Like, be like, I want to get at least one thing done. I don't want to finish a floor because decorating it takes forever. But I want to at least get the walls done. Speaking of which, there was like a fast way of doing— what was the command for it again? Can't remember the command. I'm an idiot. Okay, this, honestly, arguably, this floor is the one that I have the least— what is that banging? The least amount of ideas for, which is kind of sad, because like, it's just her to find food, some substance— wait! I realized something! Hold up, let me go to the beginning. It's kind of a spoiler, but not really, because it's literally gonna happen in the first video once I get everything done, which is gonna take me forever. Okay, hold up. All the way. I don't think I have the room finished. Do I have it finished? It's been a while since I touched it. La 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 la. Over here. Okay, I don't. This area. Dogs. You'll go over here and be like, what do you mean dogs? She's gonna have a companion throughout the whole videos. She's gonna find a dog that isn't corrupted, that's just like cowering in the corner where all their brethren are kind of messed up, and she'll be like, oh, do you want to come with me? And the dog's like, rough. And she's like, you're my friend now, and rough. Thank you so much. Let's go. Rough. I don't know why I insist that dogs be like animal I think I know why, actually. It's like, it reminds me of like that one freaking series anime where it's like ghost stories where it's like, be like, touch me harder. That stupid rabbit where now every time I see like an animal and I want to give them a voice, my immediate mindset is just to give them a weird deep voice. But yeah, she's gonna find a companion, and the companion will accompany her throughout the whole story. So she's gonna have a dog that's gonna protect her, the dog that's gonna alert her when danger's nearby, or if she finds like a little space where she's like, I can't crawl through that, the dog's like, don't worry, my friend, I got you. And then she's like, oh my gosh, open the door. Where's the door? Where's the door? Oh, it's on the other side. I'm an idiot. She's gonna be like, open the door, my friend. Is like, scratch. Boom. Be like, man, you're such a smart dog. How the frick you know how to open doors? Who knows? Maybe the experiments you went through somehow made you smarter. Dies. Elevator. So yeah, this is my idea. Girl trapped, doesn't have any memories. She's a little confused. She just wants to get out of here. She has a dog with her. That's one motivation. She has two motivations. She wants to rescue the dog, and she wants to rescue the villagers. And then she encounters the doctor, or the scientist. I haven't fleshed that out yet. And she's like, man, this place is crazy. And yeah. When you talk for so long, you're like, man, what nonsense is spouting out of my vocabulary words. There. And then, you know, a part of me wants to like do a thing, because like I want you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I want you guys to feel a little bit more involved, and I want to be like a little voting system where it's be like, vote what happens next. But here's the thing, because this story is very much, I want it to get to one point, it's gonna feel like those games where it's like illusion of choice, where I'm like, the illusion of choice. I don't like those stories too much where I'm like, I give you choices of what you can and cannot do, but it's just gonna go to the same ending because I already have an ending in mind, and I don't think I'm gonna change the ending. So, you know, the dog must be safe at all times, man, all times. And then here's my thing. I know some people like to have like dog characters be like, man, you're gonna stress out if this dog character is gonna live or die. I'm not gonna torture you guys with that. I don't think I will. I mean, the dog will probably have some close calls, but for the most part, it will be fine. Now this is a horror thing. What the heck? Okay, hold up. Sorry, let me get a little distracted real quick. Man, Minecraft, the beauty of Minecraft, it scares the pants out of you sometimes. What is happening? Ooh. La 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 la. Okay, sorry. It'd be like, oh, that's so. You never realize how scary water can be when you're in this area. Gosh, and yeah, by the way, I made it so this whole world is just completely this. And the reason why is because I like the gray it gives to like the scenery. It's like, man, this place is so depressing, so sad. What happened to that tree? It burnt down because there's lava. I'm gonna die in the lava now. Okay. I think I'm going insane. But yeah, it's basically just her reading documents, her escaping the warden, her doing little puzzles, her questioning her existence, maybe getting memories back. Maybe she'll, who knows? I haven't written the story. Anything can happen. I could make it so she has some memories about things where she'll be like, man, this place crazy. I keep saying that because that's just like a thing that I can't help but say. But yeah, this is my idea. What is doing that noise? Oh, it's the golems. Hold up. It's you guys. It is. Damn. They getting freaky. Okay. I am going insane. But yeah, these are all my ideas so far. Blah, blah, blah. Basic scenery. And then I have to fill out these rooms. And like, anytime you see... What the frick are they called? What are they called? Anytime you see one of these stupid things, Electorn, there's gonna most definitely be some books with some knowledge, and then she's gonna be like, yeah, this place is crazy. Die. Why is that so fun to do? Okay, but yeah, I feel like there's something else I wanted to like add about like the weirdness of this. I can't think of it at the top of my head. You know, part of me wanted to also like make a background where it's like it looks like she's in like a town. But then I realized that would be too much building for my sanity, where I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's best that I just make it so all of it, I'm gonna make it so she just doesn't look outside at all. She's like, oh, they're blinds. Not gonna look outside, I guess. And that's it. These are... I really gotta decorate because I feel like at some point, if I don't decorate like the whole elevator, then I'm gonna forget it. Not the elevator, stairwell. I'm gonna forget, but I don't think I will because I'm a perfectionist. not all the time, just sometimes. But yeah, do I have any artwork prepared? Any rough ideas for what I want? Sadly, no. I very much don't. Clear inventory, please. Clear. I'm still learning commands. What is the command for it? Ugh. I have to, you know what? I probably will once we get to like the process of like, cause like she's not outside, but when eventually she does go outside, I probably will have to, you know, make things look foggy as frick. Well, I think like the only instance where she will be outside is when she goes to the rooftop, because there is technically from like once she exits her room, I think there will be a scene where she like steps out and she's gonna look actually. Oh yeah, maybe I have to like. Outside gotta look more intense. But yeah, she's gonna like wake up. Also, I know some of you guys are gonna be like, yo, she could just jump into the water. Look, I'm not treating this with Minecraft logic. I'm treating this with just human logic, where a normal, sane person is not gonna jump down to water just because they know they'll live. That's not it. I'm treating this like almost like real life, but not really. But yeah. Yeah. Die. Okay. So... what else? I always feel like I'm missing something because like whenever I start sharing ideas, I'm like, man, what the frick am I saying? Get all of it. I'm too lazy. Ugh. I feel like I also at some point maybe I don't know if like, cause like, part of me is like, should I make it so she slowly corrupts? Cause like, she technically is a successful experiment, kind of, but like, she's still her. She still has her consciousness. That's the aspect that failed. The creaking didn't like. Are you gonna die or are you gonna live? You're living. Perfect. Be like the creek didn't, cause like the creeks be like, man, she's a failed experiment, but she's still alive, so I'm getting somewhere, and she's not corrupted. So I'm like, maybe I kind of want her to have like maybe at least like one aspect of her that's a little corrupted. Maybe she has like a fucked up eye. Who knows? When I get to that, I'll get to that, because like, you know, all of this is basically a laboratory weirdness. Well, I gotta look, because of the fact that the outside is never revealed. I don't care about the outside, but I really should care about the outside, because like, there's no way in heck a building would look like this. Oh goodness, oh golly gee willikers. But yeah, this is I feel like, hold on, wait, let me check my documents. Let me see if I do have like at least like a rough idea. Let me see if I can read my rough idea, my stick. Okay, where is it? Where are you? Okay, Minecraft. Okay. The world is gray and foggy, and that's where the fog has come in. Okay, the only thing inside is a cheerful girl who seems to be the only what? Oh no, this is a different thing. Oh, I had two ideas for like a Minecraft series. One idea was just like a girl who was oblivious to how much bad luck she brings people, and she means good, and then ruins people's lives. That was my first idea, like a stupid like little Minecraft thing, but I'm like, no, I want to make this more serious. Let me see if I can find the other one. Okay, wait. What the frick is that word? See, I write stuff and I never know. Hold up.
Descent.
I suck at reading. Okay, Descend to the Tower. Minecraft roleplay, episode 1. So it begins with an animated cutscene, because I'm gonna do like some, I don't know, maybe some animated stuff or like some visual novel stuff. I'll figure it out once I get there. It depends on my mood. Be like, of a girl in a hospital type room with equipment connected to her. There's also a corrupted man writing notes on a clipboard before turning away and leaving the room. And as the door shuts, the girl's eyes suddenly shoot open. The scene then changes to Minecraft, in which the girl breaks the strings next to her, which is basically like the IV drip. Strings next to her before getting off the bed. Camera view stuff, whatever. Where am I? What am I doing here? Why is it so dirty? That's not her voice. And then blah, blah, blah. Stuff. Okay, wait, let me see if I wrote the scene where she found the dog. I feel like I did at some point. Okay, wait. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. She eventually finds a box with the key. Bingo. She grabs the lever and puts it on the cage next to... Oh, no, wait. No, a little more ahead of time. Okay. Where are you? She finds the dog. Where she finds it. Okay. It's definitely not human. I need to get out of here. Okay, wait. The creature... Wait, no. Oh, wait. Visual novel, cutscene, the frightening girl, the terrifying creature. What? Oh, okay, wait. She finds the room to where these dogs are being held. All these dogs looked effed up. They look a little sad. They look a little depressed. They're still alive, but they're not in the best shape, which makes anyone cry. And she's like, yo, what happened to you? And then she hears a bark that's like the only one that's normal, and she approaches it, sees the normal looking dog that hasn't been experimented on yet, and she's like, yo, you Gouda? And the dog's like, oh. And then she's like, you want to come with me? And the dog's like, oh. I'm doing that same bit again. I'm so unoriginal. But yeah, she finds the dog. She's like, yo, you're coming with me, bucker. You know what should the dog's name be? Because I never gave the puppy a name. I'm gonna be mad honest. I just called it dog throughout the whole story, where she's like, yo, dog, puppy, come over here. I'm not good with coming up with dog names. There's a reason why almost all my family members name the dogs that we have, because I'm like, I'm not creative enough. I had one suggestion and it was shot down immediately. She was like, cutie patootie. I'm like, I want to call this puppy Raven. And you know what my mom said? She's like, that's a boy name. Say that to Teen Titans Raven. What you mean? That name could go for anyone. Let me call her Raven. But they're like, no, we're calling her Shadow. And I'm like, how is Shadow not more of a masculine name compared to... Sorry, I always get so triggered when it comes to like my dog. I love her so much, but like, I wanted to name her. Oh wait, hold up. I think I covered it up. I there was like a little test area that I made where I figured out if I could make a warden suffocate in snow, and it worked. I don't have it, and that makes me sad. But yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So now we're at the working stage. Now that I've shared all my ideas, now that I've talked about that stuff, now it's actually time for me to suck it up and actually start building. I don't want to, though. It's been so long. Okay, but I gotta. Okay. I can't remember the commands for the life of me. What was it again? What was the command? I have to look it up. It's like... Hold on, wait. Hey. I'm thinking. Hold on, wait. I think it was set something. Or it was like... Place? Or... No, hold up. Google time. When in doubt, open up Google. Okay, Minecraft. Commands. Blocks. Change? Place? I have to do a little... Oh, wait, okay, what was that? No, that's a give command. That's... What the... See, this is why... You know what? I'll just take it slow. Who cares? I'll figure out all the tricks for that stuff later. Actually, I don't want to focus on walls. I hate doing walls. It takes so long just to like set the command. I want to do interior. I want to struggle. Okay, wait, actually, I should really complete. I get distracted too easily. I'm gonna complete the bottom floor. I haven't written anything. I haven't put any books on the lanterns. So what are the rooms that are completed? I have to open the doors that are completed. So this one, a torture room number 1. Torture room 2, 3. I call them torture room, but they're not really torture room. Okay. That room's completed. This one's completed. Some of them are just filler, because, like, she's not gonna enter every room that she comes into. Only, like, the ones where I want her to come into, where she's like, oh, there's a shulker item that I'll need. Why is it in a prison? Who knows? Okay. This is that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Where... Okay, I could have sworn I didn't complete this floor. I know for a fact that there's at least 1 or 2 rooms. Unless I did finish it and I'm just dumb. Am I dumb? Hold up. Oh yeah, this is a locked room. I have to remove that later. She's gonna get information. See, again, when you ever see these things, just know that there's gonna be lore. And then, oh gosh, corrupted room. Restroom. She's like, oh, I could finally use the toilet. Never mind. Shoot. Maybe the men's room? Never mind. I guess I'll suffer. Okay, no, yeah, I think I did finish it. The only thing that's left is just, like, putting items that need to be put there, but I'll get around to that later. Huh. I could have sworn I had a room or 2 that was not finished. I'm smart. Not really. Okay, wait. No, that's fine. Who cares? I'm not gonna look up. Yoink. Okay, so the next room. Boop, 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 boop. This room. I have to, like, do... So I know for a fact that there's some rooms here that are not finished. And my dilemma... Oh, wait. My dilemma is because the reason why it's so hard for me to, like... Stop that. For me to, like, fill out rooms is because I don't know what I want the rooms to be. Because, like, some of them are obviously gonna be filler. A part of me kind of wants it to make it so, like, some of them are just, like, blocked off entirely. But I'm like, man... I don't know. There should be, like, a storage space where, like, all the iron is being kept. Because how else are these iron golems being made? Because, like, we already have an ice room, and that's made for, like, the pumpkin, and the pumpkins can be found in the cafeteria, but where's the iron? There has to be a storage area for iron, so I have to figure that out, where I'll probably make it this thing. So, yeah, you could see my process of building stuff. I just think, I fail to process what I'm thinking, and then I just put things around, and then I hope for the best. Sometimes it works out in my favor, and then other times it's, like, a little awkward. Where the frick? Okay. I'll grab some of you, and then I'll actually get some... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, these are where, like... Okay, there's a room... So this room, technically, I could technically have another room where more of these are made, so you can smelt, cook more iron to get some more iron. So, which room will it be? This is the dilemma of life. Okay. She's probably not gonna go down this hallway anyways, but like... Oh, this is interesting. A room with so many doors. Oh yeah, there's also this thing where it's like oh yeah, this is like another prison with like more stuff. Why is there so many prisons in this darn place? Cause... So this area, Warden gets killed. She comes in here, she like basically, she's gonna grab those ladders. She's gonna grab one of those ladders. She's gonna put those ladders down. She's gonna climb those ladders, break them as the warden enters. Then she's gonna like then she's gonna like close. She's like ha 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 ha. Now the warden is still probably gonna try to like kill her, but then she's like, no, joke's on you. I got snow buckets, and then place it all over here. So yeah, this room is planned out. It's fine. Well, kind of. Who knows? I feel like I have to like download a mob, so like to make it so like, or maybe yeah, I probably have to download a mob where I can transform into like the monsters. What is it called? I can't remember the name, but it's that thing. I don't want to bite the bullet and do it, but I might have to. Anyways, decorating. I so love decorating. Okay. I'm not much of a builder, okay? I'm just doing this so it has like the vaguest idea of what I want. Of what I want. Okay, this room. Very much. Okay, this room has to be like very hot, blazing. So maybe I have to like add some lava. Why not? Like she's probably gonna. Honestly, you should probably go over here and be like, man, I could just I could empty the snow buckets and just dump the lava on the warden. Can wardens die from lava? It's been so long since I've checked. I don't know. For sure. Actually, no. You know what? I don't want to do interior anymore. See, this is why it takes me forever to build. It's because new things cloud my judgment or cloud my mind. Instead, I want to make it so everything looks more like decayed and like nasty. And you're like, what the? So I have to. Where is the leaves? Because like in this place, you're like, man, why everything is so full of deadness? And you're like, yeah, because craziness. Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Hold up. No, it's not this one. Which one am I thinking of? Okay, thinking of. Oh wait, it was one of the corals, wasn't it? You? Haha, no. Okay, so what else? So which area needs to be filthified? Filthied. Yoink, 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 yoink. Okay. Yoink. Okay, this area is pretty filthy, I would say the least. I think it's a cafeteria that's surprisingly the most clean. Yeah, it's the cafeteria. Specifically these hallways. Actually, hold on. Did I even dirty it up in here? I did it! See? Blah, 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 blah. So, this is my strategy when it comes to like making things look more run down. Just go crazy with it and don't care what I'm doing. And then I switch. And then I switch. I switch. Switch. Okay. There we go. This, you're looking at this being like, is this supposed to be a pizza oven? Look, don't question it. I'm doing the best I can with my resources. Okay. I accidentally got rid of those things. Made me cry. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then... What the? Oh. What? I can't do it to the roof. Only the sides. Okay. It's fine. See? Isn't that lovely? I should have more cobwebs, I realized. Now you might be looking at me and be like, man, why? Honestly, I probably should have like a little dialogue. Be like, I managed to grab normal spiders, evolve them to a big thing. But now, they're useless. Water, that's why I can't have them. It's fine. The downside, okay, I feel like when I have to like record like the videos, I have to like get rid of the water. Once I'm on this floor, I have to get rid of the water because the water is actually very intense to listen to. It'd be like, damn, that's like so loud. Also, I will not lie, when I was building this wall, it started to turn green and I was like, no, I messed up, so I had to fix it. But it's fine, it's fine. It wasn't that difficult. More messy, okay. Me. Okay. Actually, no, wait. I want to work on something else. See, this is why I can never get work done. It's because I procrastinate a little bit. But this is a fair point for me to go back over here. So, I feel like I could make this area, because like they're corrupted. I should make it a little more obvious that because like right now it's like it's surprising. Like obviously it's kind of dirty, it's kind of messy. There's trees and stuff like that, but for the most part it doesn't look. Why did you have a purple shit out of you? Okay, but for the most part it doesn't look that corrupted, just like weirdness. So the best way I can show off corruption for some reason, or at least the weirdness, is literally just by adding these things. Because it works out in the end. Not this one. Okay. Now I gotta break in. Eh. Yoink. Okay. So I'm gonna have a little weird corner. This is what sucks about these things. I can't put it on here. So crazy corner right there. Craziness right here. Okay. Maybe a little bit right there, a little bit right here, here. And blah, 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 blah. Hey, wait, random topic as frick, but so I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of D&D and all weirdness in life. Okay, not weirdness, but I really like D&D. And the thing that I was a huge fan of, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, is the fact that I so much, very much, incredibly, I love me some Critical Role. I haven't caught up with Campaign 4. I gotta get around to doing that at some point. But when I do, and there's so many episodes, I gotta catch up now before there's 100 of them, and I'm like, damn. Screw my life. Okay. Okay. So, and the latest news from Critical Role is the fact that Campaign 2 is now watchable. And bro, I binged watched all the latest episodes, and then as soon as the newest episode came out, I'm like, oh yes, give me more scrumdiddlyicious. And bro, I'm so impatient. I just want more in my life, so much more. But no, I gotta wait every freaking Tuesday. Not Tuesday, Wednesday? That's the word. I don't know. How does this look now? This is tolerable. Yoink, yoink. Okay. You know, that looks I'll get around to it. Okay. I think it's just because the space. Stop that. I think it's because the space is so big that it just it's if it was more compact. But the reason why it's big is because I want it so she be I gotta run for it. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Grab what I need to grab. Yoink. Don't you exit. Okay. You didn't even touch me. Oh wait, but the downside is that they might want to hit her with particles or potions. The dilemma of life. Where did they go? How are you, my pretties? Una, dos, tres, cuatro. But yeah, this I gotta really fix, cause there's a reason why I chose orange for this one, but orange just does not look intimidating here. What the frick was that noise? Not what I meant. No, get off me. Okay, where was it? Hold up. There's a reason why I chose orange. It's because okay, wait, hold up. What is that block's name? This will only make sense if I have it. Oh, these things. You. And then, where are you? Where are you? Is it nighttime? I don't know. Is that yours? No, it's not. Hold on, wait. So these things, mother frickers. So they glow. Oh, wait, I think I have to go. Time. Set. Night. It is night? How do you do this one? Can you take it? Fine, I have to find a real life one. Screw you. I get too mad easily. Okay. I'll fix that correctly later. And the reason why I wanted to make that one orange is because of the fact that when you see a Creek's heart, it is glowing orange. I showed it earlier, and you can see these eyeballs as well. You know, you look at this and you're like, oh wow, orange is such a big motif when it comes to these ugly motherfuckers. Huh. You good? Okay, the little one, the youngest one, Luna, precious darling, I don't know why, she always likes to square up with her siblings. She squares up with literally everyone. She gets up in their face and they start barking at her, being like, leave me alone! I'm the eldest, let me sleep. Oh. Hello, let me see. There, see? Rar. What the fudge? Should I start incorporating this into the... I might have to incorporate that at some point into the freaking lore. You know, I'm gonna turn, you know, I forget. Also, another thing that I realized when it comes to these creeks, so when you look at them, they freeze it's like a weeping angel, correct? So I feel like I have to figure out how to incorporate that into the story, and I have ideas because if the doctor, why is that like that? Because if the doctor can just because if she sees the doctor and she turns away and then looks back, it makes sense for them to suddenly be gone. But if she's like on like head to head, just staring at the fricker, going, "Yo, you can't leave, but I can't kill you either, because I don't know where your darn heart is." So now we're just kind of like permanently stuck staring at each other. Be like, blink first, fricker. I'll figure that out later. I see. I overcomplicate everything I touch. This is the downside of my life. I also realize when it comes to like so many spiders, when it comes to decorating things, I have literally. Here's the thing. The reason why I made there's only one reason why I added a water level, despite other than it just being another like living creature that could be experimented on. The reason why I added a water level is just because I like games that have water levels, because they always scare the pants out of me, because it makes anyone scared to be like, you're in the water, anything could be in there, anything could attack your little feetsies. But I have literally no idea what she will do in here besides like the funny little like parkour segment where she's just walking. I don't know what she'll find in here. I have to figure that out, because like literally there's literally no area decorated besides the one where a guardian is gonna be placed in. I hate the sound of running water. It's so loud. How did I imprisoned myself? Okay. But yeah, I have to get rid of that water stat. Gosh. Okay. I'm gonna shut up. Okay. I always come back to doing something. Okay. What is that noise? See, Minecraft scares. What is that? Okay. I think it's just when I... Wait. I think it just makes that noise. Huh. Honestly, you know what? Maybe that could be a good strategy. Like, for, like, the water level where, like, she has to, like... Where, like, she's, like... Where she maybe... You know what? Honestly, good idea. Because, like, logically speaking... Chokers. Logically speaking... Wait, wrong way. Because like it wouldn't make sense if you think about it that it's convenient. It wouldn't make sense that the like I know like this is supposed to be a story in general, so like who cares if like the stairs for some reason keep going back and forth between working and not working. But it would make sense if both of the stairs just weren't working and there was one flooded area that she just has to find. You know, that is a good idea. I'm gonna swipe it from you. Thank you very much. Technically, it's not swiping it from you, technically, because, you know, this video is proof that it's credit to you. So yeah, she's gonna come over here, try to avoid the stuff. Then she'll have to, at some point, like, after learning some lore... Oh, I realized something. The dog is gonna have a hard time here. That's gonna be another... Maybe she'll have to find a boat as well or something. Be like, I'm gonna find a boat. Like, she'd be like, I have to build a boat so my dog can travel correctly. And then we have to find that area where we can, like, sink down into like the next floor, and then when she's in the next floor, she's like, "Yo, more stuff that I have to deal with. Great. Oh, I decorated one area. That's great. It's only coal. Books. Nice. You're a disgrace to your family. You are all." I'm joking. No. Look at that poor little fella. Okay, and then there's these areas. Oh wait, no, I do have an idea, kind of, vaguely. I think there was like a segment here where I wanted to have like a little... Let me see. Hold on. Wait. It might spark my memory if I'm in the room. So I have vague ideas that I just start... There was a purpose for this room. I think it was like a breaker room or something. What was it? Hold on, wait. No, maybe the breaker room was in here. I think it would make more sense. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. I think maybe she was trying to find a way to stop the water. Could be anything. And then she's like over here, she's like, stupid. Oh no, wait. Oh, I think I know what the thing is. Those doors are probably gonna be like something where she's like, she can only like activate because like the power here like is kind of funky. Or maybe not, actually. I can't remember. Again, I'll figure this all out once I get there. What can I decorate? Okay, wait. Let me see. What can I decorate in the water level? What would be a good thing? Let me see. What are the aquatic creatures that we have? We have a puffer fish. We have a salmon. We have a... What the frick is this? Oh, a tadpole! You know what? I should have a turtle and frog thing. That sounds... Let me put you out of your misery. That sounds very much interesting. Okay, we'll have a turtle room and a tadpole room. Which one should be the turtle room? Finally, a direction I can take. Okay, you know what? This will be... I think this room is pretty big, if I remember correctly. Let me out. Let me in, I mean. Okay. Booyah. Okay, this... Shut up. This will be the tadpole room. With these sad little fellows. Okay, where would be the containment? It will be glass, of course, but what will be the outline of the glass? We also need some coal, cause fancy. Fancy, okay. Or coral, that's the word. Oh, dry kelp. We should have some kelp. Actually, there should be kelp. There should be a kelp room. Be like, oh, this is the room where we have all the feed for the stuff. The room should be, the feed room should be smaller. I'm getting distracted, tadpoles. Okay. Where's the glass? Whee! Okay. It will just be normal glass, nothing that fancy. This thing, maybe I should make it so it's a little, you know, a little more interesting. You know, tadpoles. Oh, but tadpoles. Okay, I can't put the tadpoles in yet, because then they'll grow up, of course. So eventually, I'll get around to doing that. But this looks too out of. It looks too noticeably out of place. Yeah, I'll just stick with the normal green aesthetic. Okay, you know, I'm so glad that this update has these, because like, bro, making like a rundown like aquatic level that looks like a weird facility is so easy with these blocks. And they sound fun. See? Okay, but stop laughing, you stupid witch. Okay. Ah. Oh gosh. You know, sometimes I play Minecraft without the audio on, so hearing these noises, I'm like, man, that's insane. Okay, so this would be the tadpole room. What would be an adequate thing? Obviously some sand, some coral maybe. Mostly sand, honestly. Sand. I'll take some of you. And then I'll take some of you. And then I'll get some water later. I'll save the water for the end because there's so much water. Honestly, I kind of want to like... Traveling is so difficult. I kind of want to like drown out all the water already. Because like... But then all the stupid fishes that are already added will be... You know, it's fine. Who cares? I'm so sorry. All nearby water. Shut up. Okay, there. All the nearby water is gone. That's not my business. Okay. So we add some sand. Blah, blah, blah. Sand. Lovely. Oh, wait. I think... No, it should be fine. As long as I don't get the water in these holes, it won't spill out awkwardly. It probably will. Who knows? Okay. Oh, wait. There's a window. Okay, wait. This is easy. I could just do this. Okay. Ah! Okay. Okay, it will just be a tiny corner room where these will be the cutie patooties. They're probably gonna look a little fricked up in the once I draw them because they're gonna be corrupted, obviously. But this is their little sanctuary corner. That's not really a sanctuary. They're just kind of, you know, sad. Then, you know, now I'm just gonna add some these ones. So it's like a little more, just a little more. And then they'll be in here. And then glass. I freaking got rid of the glass. Okay. I can't use these ones because then the water acts weird with those ones. Okay. So this. This. Okay. And then I'm gonna leave this a little open so I can come in for like water to apply the water. Okay. And then here, because now, so some more lore. She doesn't have to read. Honestly, for like the most part, I think she's gonna open some of these books and not actually read them. But for the keen eye viewers that for some reason want more lore, they can probably like pause the video and read it if they want. They'll probably only, unless it's like very important. Like some of these, she'll probably just look at them, flip through the pages, and be like, that's interesting, and walk away. So like, you know, if you're curious about like some of the unimportant lore, but like some interesting little facts, you'd be like, oh yeah, that could be something. You know, that could be something. I've seen one other VTuber that does like it's true crime. Honestly, I want more VTubers out there talking about these things. These topics are very interestingly strange. be like, yo, come to me for analog horror, come to that person for true crime. I don't know if they post anymore. I haven't seen them in a while. I don't even remember the name of their channel. I have to look them up because it's like I love true crime. But yeah, freaking so I like to blabber a lot, so which is why I tend to make these videos. Okay, where kelp? Sorry, the weirdest things come out of my mouth. Sure, that works. Why not? I gotta make it dirty now. Oh, wait. Boom. No, it wouldn't make sense for cobwebs to be here because this place is so moist. And I feel like unless it's like a water spider. Oh, you know like those like cranberry farms where it's like, yo, you gotta be wary of the freaking spiders. Technically, it would make sense because like spiders could technically still be around. But no, this is water level. What else can I add? Slime maybe? I mean, would that make sense? I'll add that later. Yeah, you'll just look at this being like, what are they feeding these poor tadpoles to make them go crazy bananas bonkers? You'll see when the lore comes out. Okay, what else can I add? Oh yeah, dirty. Well, with this being a water level, no, I feel like, yeah, like there wouldn't be leaves like in the other floors, but there probably will be some like vines and some weird grass kind of vibes. Yeah, I probably should add because yeah, not this one. The other, what's the other one? What? This one. You know what? In the rooms that aren't extremely moist, like the hallway is gonna be covered in water, but like in the areas that aren't, it should be fine. You know, like a cobweb or two. It makes a little sense. Why not? Oh, I took a little bit of a hiatus because I needed it. I was cranking videos every week and like working at the exact same time, and for some reason that took a toll, way more than I expected. Because like I kept on pressuring myself, but then I'm learning to take things a little more slow. I'm still doing videos, and I have 6 videos prepared. I just have to edit them. But once they're edited, then once all of those videos are posted, like I'm gonna post once a week, obviously, and then stream twice. It's weirdness. It will make sense. But yeah, these won't make sense here because that's no leaves, but yes, greenery. Okay. I have like this bad habit. Like I feel like what? Oh, I have like this bad habit. Those grow over time. I realize I have this bad habit where I keep on like, especially like if someone walks up to me, be like, I'm so overwhelmed. I have so much work to do, and I can't help but be like, yo, give me some of that workload. I'll help. Why not? Cause I'm stupid, and I'm like, yeah, I'll help you because I know how much it pains to work so much. But then I end up overworking myself, and I'm like, stupid. But at least, hey, when you give someone kindness, they give you the same kindness in return. Because like when I was like, like when I was like visibly struggling, like a coworker's like, yo, you need some help. I'm like, yeah, and they're like, yo, give me those towels, and I'm like, thank you. Some of you are probably saying, what do you mean towels? I have to like work with hot towels and stuff like that to put on people's faces. Okay. What else? You know, hey, streaming, making videos, whatever makes you happy, go for it. You're still making content, and that's all that matters, you know? What the frick? Where? Okay, this room is fine. Yeah, I'll just add the water later. Yeah. She'll probably like just like enter the room for like a second and just look around, open the book for a second, and then just dip. Now, okay, what's the smallest room? Okay, this room is pretty small. This will be the feed room, where there's just gonna be like a bunch of random stuff. Like, cause like some of these rooms don't matter. She's probably just gonna open the door, look inside, and say, yep, that exists. Okay. What do fish like again? Hold on, wait, what? Let me see. They eat each other, some of them. Some like krill. Some like... Okay, wait. I kind of have an idea. I have to find this... Is this called a dispenser? Where? What? Hello? Okay, there you are. I'll grab some of you. And then I need some seeds. Where's plants? I grab some seeds. Anything that works. I'll grab mushrooms. That will work. Okay, I think it will work. And then beep. And then... No. And then you just fill this to the top. And then that will look like feed. Yeah, okay, there. So, some of that. What else would make sense? Some mushrooms? No. You know, I could probably have some, like, barrels. You know, with... Sniffer? You know, with Minecraft having all these updates, what are these things? What is this thing? Pitch? Pitcher? What? Minecraft. What the frick? Okay. Oh! Interesting. Oh, it's a C? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see it now. Those do look pretty. Yo, wait a minute. That kind of does. Hold on, let me see. Where's the fully grown one? This one. They grow into these things. These look pretty cool. I want to plant them. How do you plant them? Just like, okay, normal grass. Yoink. Okay. Okay, what? Here, because of the roof, it's covering that anyways. It's fine. No, wait. It shouldn't be on this floor. It should be... The first floor, arguably, has the most plant life being researched because of how much connected it is to, like, the ground level, being like, yo, there's so much soil. So there should... Where's the plant room? The plant room... I know there's a plant room because I made one. Right here. This is the plant room. Okay. Get off. You, and then you, and then you. Nice. Okay. And then... Is there an... I could make one of these empty spaces, and then... Nice. Okay. It is working. It's working with the aesthetic of looking mad creepy. Not even creepy, just weird. Okay. Goes into this room. The eyes aren't open, but they will be at some point. You know what? Go into this room, look around, be like, oh, these are some funky looking plants. Okay. What are the other plants options? Oh, this one. These are so pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, walk into this room, be like, oh yeah, plant life. Very strange. Okay, there's another room that also has plants, I believe. Which one was it? That's kind of like a dental, but not really kind of room. It was one of these rooms. My dogs. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just, There, it's not the most there. It matches the color scheme. Cool. And then this one, some lore, and then weird looking carpet, book, and this area where she's like, honestly, if you ever see like rooms that look like this is just her. This is just my way of just making it so the main character looks at it and is like, yeah, maybe I just, I don't want to go into that area. La-da-dee. Yep, this area is definitely mad crazy cuckoo. So yeah, okay. Wait a minute, I realized. I could make things look a little more, like, cutesy with the little pottery. How? I mean, would it make sense? A little bit, but not really. Where can I put some nice pottery? Can I put it here? See, it looks so much nicer. Just like these little things. I mean, technically pottery on the floor, it makes sense because like you go over here. Ah, this one's too big. Like you always see pottery at the floor, but then it looks so out of place too. I feel like only specific areas like tables. Specific areas like tables. Oh yeah, I have so much coral, and for more coral, I should start like planting these things a little bit more around. I also have these things like I have like these little bushes, and the reason why is because I want to make it look like the forest that's outside, whatever these things called, the pale oak, is kind of like infecting the building a little bit, but it's more noticeable in the bottom floor, which is why you see more of it, and like the dead bark thingy, compared to like higher up areas where like the higher you go. This area especially, you're like, oh, this is kind of grody. But then like when you go upper, you're like, okay, yeah, there's leaves still infesting, but nothing too major. I mean, there's probably like a, hold on, wait, I think there was one tree. Let me see. Yeah, like, yeah, this room is definitely, yeah, there's obviously some sprouting weirdness, but for the most part, it's tolerable. And then the higher you go, you're like, yeah, but it's a little more cleaner and less tree infected. But rather than being infected by trees, it's infected by whatever the frick the warden is doing. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I feel like the warden would have a hard time navigating the water level. Oh, so I mentioned this briefly. I have like a weird goal list. So like a goal list of the 3 ones I mentioned in the beginning, but this Minecraft stuff. So with the Minecraft roleplay, I have like an idea of like a girl waking up in like a weird place, and each episode is gonna be on a floor, and she has to like navigate all the way down because her main goal is to escape with her puppy and maybe the villagers where she finds them eventually. But then she learns weirdness about like experiments being done to her and every other living creature. So like water creatures, humanoid creatures, so like villagers, witches, pillagers, wanderers, things like that. And then hostile creatures, and then her level. So yeah, hostile creatures, and then like here you can see, like, here's the thing. Technically, my idea for like the story, you'd be like, why is like the most hostile like the second floor? Shouldn't like the most aggressive stuff be at the bottom as the episodes go by? No, this is what my mindset is, being like the bottom floor is like where all of the plant life is happening, because like this is where, because like when the mad scientist doctor person took over, they're like, this is my floor for like stuff, and then like once they finally, you know, took over this floor, they're like, okay, I don't know nothing about experimenting on living creatures just yet, so I'm going to experiment on things like golems, creatures that I can make artificially with just like bricks, and be like, oh yeah, I could have iron and a freaking hat, and then I'll experiment on these creatures. And once they see little success, but a bit of success, they're like, okay, let's move it up to, this is just a kitchen, be like, I need food, okay? Scientist needs to eat sometimes, be like, let's move it up to aquatic creatures, move it up to villagers, and then to the hostile creatures. And the reason why hostile creatures is very important is because of the most intense creature out there, the dragon. The doctor wants to implant themselves into the dragon, so they're the most feared creature in Minecraft. But then you're like, what? Then what? Why is if the floors are going by like the least hostile plants to the most hostile? Why, oh why, is the player at the top? Well, she's not exactly the most dangerous, obviously, but she has the potential, because like everyone who plays Minecraft, everyone has the potential to become a beast. So that's why she's at the top, and because she's the most successful, it's best to keep her separated from everything else. Oh, my dogs, are they okay? Yeah, it's important to keep her separated from everyone else, which is why she's all the way, all the way over here. Nope, wrong room. All the way over here. She wakes up, she's like, what the frick? She's like, what are these like IVs in my veins? Ew, is that going into me? She's like, yeah, this place, I can't look out. It's nighttime. Pretty picture. And then once she wakes up, obviously she's gonna find the dog. But before she finds the dog, I think I might make it so she goes to the roof, not from this exit, from that one. Where she goes to the roof, she's like, where the frick am I? Because like, if you wake up in an abandoned building, surrounded by like, most dogs, surrounded by like trees, any sane person would freak out. They'll be like, yeah, I'm not in Kansas, Pluto. she'd be obviously scared, frightened, confused. So that's when it motivates her to go to the second level, third level, fourth level, blah 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 blah. And then climax, she finds the villain, and the villain's like, yo, this is my grand plan, can you stop me? And she's like, I'll try. And yeah, I'm trying not to give away the ending too much, but again, I feel like with like the context clues that I'm giving, people can already assume what the ending would be a little bit low-key. But yeah. Well, and like, here's the thing, when it comes to like me and writing stories, I always have like the dilemma. That is... What the heck? This stair is weirdly placed, but I guess it's fine. But yeah, like the weird dilemma of just like her being like, here's the thing, that's my thing. I don't know if I want her to die or not. Cause like I know for a fact that the dog will live. I have no idea how her thing will have. You guys are using your big brains. But yeah. So I'm still contemplating how I want the ending to be, because like I don't know if I want her to die or not. Because like a part of me is like considering it, definitely. But we'll see when I get to once we get to that. Okay, well, you know, with all of this being shared and me going crazy banana modes, exploring and barely building, honestly, this was little work and more talking. I think I'm gonna end stream here. And the only reason why is because my poor dogs, I think they really want to go outside now, and I don't want to leave them hanging. So, you know what? Yeah, everything planned? Radio. But yeah, it will build up to it. Like, people who probably don't watch this stream will probably not see it coming. But people who watch the stream, thank you guys. You'll be like, oh, drama. But yeah, thank you so much for indulging me in my blabbering and just seeing me wander around, just blabbering some more. Because, you know, I love me some good talking. Also, random update that doesn't make sense for what the conversation we just have. I'm getting better at Uma Musume. I'm obsessed with that game, bro. Let me tell you, I got so close to getting an S on one of my Umas. Anyways, but yes, These are all the things you can expect to happen in the future. A Minecraft roleplay, animations, visual novels specifically, not really animations. Animations is a thing that I want to get to later down the line. Minecraft roleplays, animations, personality traits, and obviously more analysis. Let's explore videos because I will always love making those videos because I like finding new stuff. Speaking of which, someone recommended me to like watch or like to like maybe do like the Rosewood story and like the Marble Hornet stuff, and I'm like, yo, there's some more. So yeah, I'm gonna also that's gonna come way later down the line. So you know, so we'll get to that soon. Bro, I don't even know what my trainer code is, but like my favorite one, as you all know, is obviously Rice Shower. But bro, let me tell you, I don't know why, freaking Golden Ship is really growing on me, man. Yeah. So expect Rosewood to appear in the future after the first 6 initial videos that I have finished come out first. And maybe a few others, because I also have other things lined up. But when we get that to happen, it's gonna happen. Okay. I'm really trying to figure out... my dogs are like staring daggers at me. I'm trying to figure out if there's any other updates that I'm missing. Not really. Oh yeah, I think... Then yeah, we're all set. We're all good. Thank you so much for like spending time with me today. I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. Rosswood. I keep saying Rosewood. Rosswood. Thank you for correcting me. I think it's just because it looks like rose to me. Ugh. I will, I promise. I'm making sure to like take breaks with my hand too. If I ever feel my hand going weird mode, I'm like, okay, that's when I have to drop everything I'm doing. So yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I feel so happy coming back, man. It's been so long. It's been 2 months. I'm so sorry for leaving you all hanging. But hey, things are gonna start picking up, and I'll see you all Monday when I do Apex. Oh, those dogs are... Yep, they're mad. Okay, bye. I better not catch you dying on me. That's my catchphrase. Okay, bye.